Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming Terrain. Guys, welcome back. Everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off the cuff video, guys. So what does that mean? I record and I upload. There is no fancy editing skills, there is no intro symbol at the beginning, nothing like that. I do have a transition button, so if rain starts heavy or there's some sort of noise out there, I can stop filming, wait for it to stop and carry on. But it's basically, if anything messes up, that's what it is. It's basically a Q&A. You guys ask me questions, I answer. It's primarily model focused, and it's primarily 99.9% of the time GW stuff. Sometimes there's terrain questions that come into Weekly Wednesday. Sometimes information about myself and what's going on in the workshop. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Right, so let's start. I'm still doing commission pieces. For everyone that's new, what does that mean? I do let's builds, painting, and custom terrain pieces. To break that down, let's builds, if you don't have the space, time, or you have little fingers around the place, and it's not safe for you to make stuff and have glue out all the time and stuff like that, I can make them for you. And you're interested in that, chuck a comment below or send me a message via messenger and we'll talk that way. Painting. Now I can paint it tabletop ready, battle ready, or I can take it to that stage where it's battle ready, but you're going to take over then and you're going to wash it and dry brush it and any edge highlights or that sort of thing. Or I can take it past battle ready stage myself. Again, contact me and we'll sort something out. Or I can make custom terrain pieces, which those of you that are regular here, you've seen some of the crazy stuff that I make. So again, just contact me normal ways. I actually got Imperium magazine, so I've got some of that to review. Unfortunately, I opened it last Thursday when it arrived. Looked at it, yeah, great, fantastic. I only just looked at the invoice now, and they've actually got something on the invoice, but they want me to send it off to them so they can take the money as soon as they dispatch it or something like that. And it's like, why would I do that? I'd rather just keep paying it through the bankers the way it is at the moment. Whether that means something's messed up along the way, I don't know. So I'll need to contact them probably tomorrow and find out what the story is. So no point me contacting them today. It's too late in the day. So we're going to review some of them today. Okay, so the first question. I enjoy your painting videos. We all paint differently. Why do you still do your painting videos? Now see, that's a good question. Some people will paint models and go to the artwork, which is great, fantastic. Doesn't bother me at all. Just paint model. For me, there's three reasons. One, I'm going to be sitting there and painting and talking to myself anyway, so I might as well just film it. The second thing is any sneaky tips and tricks that I can show you, whether you take what I've shown you and do that directly on your own models, or whether you take some of what I've shown you and just add your own little twist to it, that's great. The other reason is as well, because I will try experiment colours. So two colours that you'll never think will go together, I will experiment with those and get a nice result. Or try to get a nice result. For example, I've never seen any painting channel on YouTube ever use wet blend on two contrast paints. I have. I done it on the Chaos Cultists. Yeah, you haven't seen that video, guys? Go and check it out because it's very, very interesting results and it's fantastic, and I actually really like it. Very, very little effort, just two contrast paints wet blended, and it looks fantastic. But that's the three main reasons why I do my painting videos. The same way there's a group on Facebook that I'm part of. It's like for new painters. I'm not a new painter, but I'm part of that group and I share my work on that group to help other people. And if someone can see something that helps them, that's great. That's what I want. What do you prefer to paint? Factions, fantasy 40k or old versus new? That's a good question. Now, there's a lot of painting questions this week. Painting faction wise, when you say factions, I'm presuming you're meaning like Space Marines or Orcs or Chaos Warriors or Demons or whatever. I don't really know, because sometimes there are models that jump out at me and I go, I really want to paint that. For example, the Silent King, Magnus the Red. I really want to paint those guys, but I haven't. I think an airbrush is needed to do them justice the way that I want, so that's why I haven't got them and attempted that yet. But there are some fantasy models for Age of Sigmar that I don't play Age of Sigmar, but there are some models there that I look at. Well, I really want to paint that. So I don't know. It's fantasy and 40k. There were two different painting styles, if you will, because with the 40k stuff, you're more likely to use none oil on oiled machinery and oil gun parts and stuff like that. Whereas fantasy, you're more likely to use washes and stuff. That's my opinion. Like using washes and stuff for skins and stuff like that. And as old versus new, I don't know, because some of the new models are so detailed, but they're clean, crisp detail. What I mean by that is, I've got an old captain here in Terminator armor. So yeah, he's missing an arm still. He's got a power sword in that arm, but he's got a Stormbutter on his power fist. He's got stuff on the shoulder pad. There's all stuff hanging off the front of him. There's a dagger to the side of him. There's all stuff around the back of him, and for me, it's a great model. But that model, there's too much detail on that model for its size. They could have done half that detail and they still made the model look as amazing. Then I've got another Terminator in Captain Terminator armor. He's going to be an ancient in Terminator armor because he's got a banner pole. He's got probably as much detail, but he's a slightly bigger model. He's actually a good bit bigger, I think. Yeah, he's actually a good bit bigger, but his detail's not overpowering. Whereas the first one I showed you, the older one is. Now, whereas the newer one, like this lad here with the Storm Shield, yeah, the detail on him is absolutely amazing, but it doesn't overpower the model, and I think it's done in the correct size, correct proportions for the size of the model. So I don't know. I mean, I painted the aggressors, and I painted. Unfortunately, that's what I mean by off the cuff. For those of you just thought, what's just happened? My little one came to the door and started calling me to go and click cobwebs off of a swing so she can get on the swing. Now I've lost my trailer full. I apologise, guys, but this is the beauty of off the cuff. Okay, so I'll go to the last question. I have literally lost my trailer full of what I was talking about. Anyway, your painting is amazing. Will you be painting any more big models? I do have intentions to make big models, but for me at the moment it's time versus, I say, availability of me actually being able to get in here. I'm not having the set days off like I was having in the other store, even though then they changed that, but it's, it was the same sort of days. My days off every week are changing, so it's hard for me to get a rhythm going. But I don't want to be trying to paint a big model and be rushing for it. But I do have intentions to paint a big model. I do have the Illuminar sitting here. He's a biggish model. But when you say big model, you're talking probably like the Bloodthirster model that I painted, the Jabba Swife, the forge fiend, those type size models. I want to. I mean, I actually was thinking about getting a super heavy tank, a Baneblade or something, and just, or maybe the Rogal Dawn when it comes out, and just, you know. But for me, that would be a let's build that would probably take me most of the week to do. But yeah, I do want to paint some more big models, but for me, in all honesty, it's just a time. I still haven't even finished putting the bloodletters together off camera. I still have 10 of those to do. I still have 40 horrors behind me to do off camera. I still have 10 seekers to put together off camera. I still have the 5 seekers behind me to finish painting off camera, which is near enough done. I still have 20 Primaris Assault Marines to paint off camera, because no one will see, you know, civil Marines like that. I have a 10-man tactical squad of Marines with plasma gun to paint off camera. There's a lot of things for me to do, a lot of little jobs for me to do. So for me to have the time to do a big model, working the full-time hours that I'm doing, having different days off of the week, have a little one at home, it is a bit of a juggle, but I do intend to paint a big model soon. I was actually thinking about doing less builds on the giant model that I have down here. I have the giant, or a Gorgon I think it's called now, but it's a giant. I was going to put them together. I don't know, because I really want to get onto him and do some Goodman flesh on him, and, you know, really like try and experiment with a few colours on him. But yeah, it's time. But anyway, guys, I'm going to bring you down, show you the vote, what we're voting for this week. Actually, with what I've just said, I'm going to give you a little glimpse of something I have over here. It's not to be voted on because they're not even ready to be looked at yet. But just so you understand the sheer scale of small jobs, so many small jobs I had to do. I mean, bear in mind, I still have to cut bases for all of them, or, you know, I did actually, when I went into GW recently, I did actually go to buy some bases, but I didn't have any in stock. At this stage, I'm just fed up cutting them. I'd rather just buy them and just put them together. But yeah, I'll show you this little while we're going on here, then I'll show you the vote. Here's what's going on in here. See how many Terminators there are? It's not even a legal unit. There are actually 2 Terminator bodies here. There's 3 Cyclone missile launchers. There's actually a Devastator squad at the back there, with 2 missile launchers, a las cannon, and heavy bolter. There is Assault Cannon, Stormbolter with Chain Fist, Stormbolter Power Fist, Stormbolter Power Sword, Lightning Claws, Thunder Hammer, and he's got a Heavy Flamer. I think there's actually another dude with a Heavy Flamer somewhere. But there's that, and then I've got this one of marine parts and marine things. And right, so to vote on for this week, I have Howling Banshees. There's only 3 of them there, but I'm going to get another box and then add those 3 to the box to make a unit of 8. We have, don't worry about Primus and Tad, with Ways still in there. With this dude with the shield. This is an, if he zooms in, focuses. That's an amazing model. We have an ancient in Terminator armor. This is the old Captain model with the banner. We have the we have the, sorry, I'm losing the power of speak. To speak, there's a Bane, I'm doing it again. Blade Guard Veteran Ancient, sorry. 3 Eradicators, 3 Blade Guard Veterans. We have a Chaplain model that's been converted. Okay, his little thingy on the back there. It needs a little bit of work to clean it down a bit, but there you got that guy. If he wants to stand up properly without falling over. We have some Striking Scorpions. Again, same with the Banshees that we put into a unit of another box. We have the Engine Seer. We have the Illuminar. Then we have the Fire Dragons that are all primed and prepped and ready to go. Because I was going to try and squeeze them on. They've had a silver dry brush down to get them ready. But I just didn't have the time. We have the Librarian. Yeah, we have the Unicast Knights. We have the Judicar or Judasar, whatever however you pronounce his name. We have 10 Demonettes. we have this lovely little goblin chap. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I like that model. I think that's from Avatars of War, I think. We have the Chaos Sorcerer, heavily converted. It's primed up, ready to go. You have some Dire Avengers. I have an Apothecary. And I have a Phoenix Lord, Striking Scorpion Phoenix Lord. There is also a wild card. So, how do you vote? It's for everyone that's new. All my regulars know how to vote. You'll just chuck a comment below on this video, and you'll say, for example, my vote is for the Engine CR, the funny little goblin thing, and the librarian with the axe. Okay? Other people will vote, and then whoever has the most votes, come Friday afternoon, when I look at the voting system, who's voted on what, then whoever's the most votes, that will be painted on next Monday's video. And that's the way it is. You know, it's you can chuck a comment below on this video voting. I won't accept any votes thrown to me via Messenger, because for me that's only for me to see and for the person to send it to me see, not for everyone to see who's voting on what. If you have a question for me, guys, you can chuck on below, or you can go to Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page, and there's a messenger button there. You can hit that and you'll contact me directly, and I will usually respond to a message sent to me that way within 5-10 minutes. Okay, it's I'm that quick, and if it's something you need an answer for straight away, I'll give you an answer, but then I'll address that question in the next week's Weekly Wednesday for anyone else that might be in that same situation. But yes, that's just a bit. I'm going to bring you down and show you some Imperium magazine now. So hang on, we're not done today. It's a busy day today. Right, so first of all, issue number 39 of the Imperium magazine comes with another Cataphan Destroyer, which is it's a fantastic model. I did let's build on the first one, but this is the paint in the backside, because that broke on me in the first one. I had to glue it back together, but that's another model for me to do off camera. Let's have a look at what's in the magazine. I apologise if I'm not the camera in the middle of this, because just there's so much going on. Just some stuff about some stuff in there about Necrons and transdimensional infiltration. Some fluff, some more fluff into the swarms, talking about Necrons. Not Necrons, Tyranids, sorry. Some stuff about the Adeptus Mechanicus, sorry. I'm just getting zoned in on the magazine. Some forge words, I reckon. So the light's flickering because let's move that up a bit. Better. The light's flickering off the book. Let's build, how to build it, how to paint him. We don't need to worry about that, because we'll look at that another day. Just some rules to add to the rules that you already have. Some more rules. The scenario to fight, stem the tide. Just reading about the sorry, I'm zoned into it again. Just reading the portal disruptors. Just basically, it gives me an idea of the scenario we played last time. Oh. So yeah, just reading this. Yeah, so this is talking about an old new map thing that you have, but just looking at the Necrons that are there and the Space Marines that are there, the Sisters of Baal, looks like they're going to be coming issue 41 to 60. So that's exciting, because that model there is a Triarch, I think it's called. The Outriders up there in the blue. You got all these other bits and pieces. That's interesting to see. Then we have issue 40. So some more about the Adeptus Mechanicus, some fluff, some nice fluff there. Sorry, the model with this one as well is the last of the Cataphragm destroyers. So that's a unit of 3 now, which is going to be great. Some stuff there with the what do they call it? There's stuff it is you can play like a role playing dark game with them, but it's what's it called? Crusade. Sorry, I presume this is for Crusade mode. Gathering Storm, talking about the Fall of Cadia, which is, if you don't know about the Fall of Cadia, go and have a look at it, because it's actually really good. Abaddon, whatever you want to call his name, done to the place. The Black Star Fortress. And then some fluff on salamanders. My main man would like that, because he's a salamander man. Some fluff on Armageddon. I'm talking about the Orcs, Legacy of Blood, with the it's sort of Demon Primarch Angron, former leader of the World Eaters Traitor Legion. Just talking about Armageddon and some fluff to do with that. Belisarius Core. For those who don't know, he's the one that engineered the Primaris Marines. No, that's exactly what I just said. Sorry, just not the camera. Exactly what I just said. Firstborn Marines, Primaris Marines. How to build the Cataphragm destroyers. We don't need to know about that, because we've done this build now already. How to paint them. Another little scenario for you to play, or to talk about. And sorry. Sorry, there's another scenario for you to play. All the rules for it. Again, just talking about hyping up there what's coming soon. Now, issue 40, that's actually halfway through the Imperium magazine, because it's actually 80 issues. So this is halfway through now. So all of those that have this magazine up until now, you're halfway through. If you have the ones past this, because I don't know if I'm behind or not, then you're already ahead of me. But everyone that's like looking at this video and seeing these magazines, and you've only received issues 1, 2, 3, whatever, because it's only just come available in your country, or you've only just found out about it and you've just joined it, this is what you get to what's coming. Issue 41 comes with this bad boy, the Chronomancer. When I opened the package and saw this one in there, I was like, wow, that is an amazing model. I have him here. Absolutely amazing. It looks like he's going to be painted backside to put together and cleaned down, but I'm up for the challenge. Right, so talking about some fluff about the Chronomancer, Manipulator of Time. There's some stuff for the Crusade with the Chronomancer. So I'm knocking the camera because I haven't got enough space to review this with the camera the way it is. Death Guard, some fluff about Death Guard. That's another big model that I want to paint. But again, it's an airbrush, because I don't think I'll do it justice. Had to build the Chronomancer, but we don't need to look at that, because I had to paint the Chronomancer. Again, we'll do that when it comes through. Here's data sheet. It's actually, and then talking about his weapon, does dual attack, shooting or melee, sorry. There's some stuff there about how his weapon works. There's talking about some more rules. some more rules there to do with objectives and psychic actions, psychic powers. There's rules this side for psychic powers. In this is a mission to play. I've lost the ability to speak and the ability to read today. Here's some rules to go on there. It's pretty good. Restoring the power is the scenario. And there's a generator assault. What forces you need is this one has a chronomancer in there. 10 Necron warriors and 5 flayed ones. Versus Primrose Lieutenant, 1 librarian and 5 assault intercessors. I think the Ultramarines will win that one. We all know how wonderful the flayed ones are from the last 2 game battle reports we've done. They didn't fare too well in both games. Now, this is just some fluff about armoury vehicles. That is one model I want to paint. I want to put together and paint. But I think the Let's Build on this will take me probably about a week, just because the amount of parts in there. But I do want that. Issue 42. I'm very pleased to have the Canoness in there. This is my first ever Sister Sororitas or Sister of Battle model I've ever had. So I'm very keen and eager to get this one put together and get it ready to be voted on by you guys. Right, let's have a look at what's in here. There's some fluff on her. Defender of the Faith. That is an amazing model. Absolutely amazing. But it's, to go back to the question I said earlier, the amount of detail on her is not overpowering the model. It's actually complementing the model. You know, but they could have gone on the older models, they went over the top and see the bits hanging down the front of her there. They would have had loads coming off here, some coming off the back, and, you know, really silliness going on that wasn't necessary. There's stuff for her Crusade. The Adeptus Sororitas, some fluff about them. I think that one there looks amazing. Such an amazing different orders. Some more fluff about them. So it's nice to see they're getting a heap of love. All the different types, Celestians, Palatines and Canoness, all the different types you can have. Order of Martyred Lady. Yeah, just some fluff about that. Yeah, it's just that model is another amazing model that I want to have. That's one that I don't know, Judith, whatever her name is. She sits on a big throne thing that just floats around with metal cannons or hanging about it. It's absolutely amazing. Some more fluff on them. How to build. We don't need to look at that. How to paint. And we don't need to look at that. We'll bring that one as it comes along. There's a data sheet. There's some rules on her as well. Lead the Righteous is one of her special rules. This is the battle, or the mission, shall I say. The forces are Royal Warden, 10 Necron Warriors, 5 Immortals, that's quite heavy, versus the Canoness, 5 Assault Intercessors and 3 Aggressors. I don't know, the Aggressors are quite tasty. They're very tasty. And then we're going to have another layer brush coming, some layer paint, and some more ruins coming in the next 2 issues. So, some interesting stuff there. I'm really looking forward to putting the Chronomancer together and the Sister Sororitas Canoness model. I'm actually looking forward to both of those. just hope that they haven't messed up the payment thing now. And oh, there's the easy way and there's the hard way of doing it, and I just hope they haven't messed it up. I'll find out tomorrow when I phone them up. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. The 24% of my viewers are not subscribed, guys. It costs nothing and it helps channel out in a big way. It means a lot to me, and it helps the channel grow. If the channel grows to a certain size, then this becomes a full-time job, which means I can do more and more stuff every week, not just painting, but less builds and terrain, and you know, even off the other videos, off the cuff videos to do with army review that I should have done probably 3 or 4 months ago, but I wasn't in the right frame of mind to all that. But again, you know, top videos like that. So just hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up, everyone, because it does help. It makes YouTube go, oh, everyone likes that video, and they promote even more, which brings my good word to more people across YouTube, which means more people get to enjoy the same content that you guys are enjoying. And if you subscribe for the first time, remember to turn your notifications on so you'll get every single video that I put up then, so you don't miss anything. You know, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you everyone for subscribing and watching. Until next time, sorry. Take it easy, guys.